to Pickle Money Ball Courtside. I'm your host, Haley Novak, and you might find yourself asking, what is Pickle Money Ball? Well, it's the association taking the pickleball world by storm, with opportunities endless for amateur and professional pickleball players everywhere. The mission behind the organization is create opportunity for big money payouts. The inaugural event in Mesa, Arizona was a huge success. There were so many athletes that took the chance on the very first event, and they left with big checks and big successes. For your chance to make it into the next event, we have nomination process. Here's how.
How do you nominate and start stacking leaderboard points? Honestly, it's almost too easy. Step 1. Download the Pickle Money Ball app. Step 2. Create your account. Takes about 30 seconds. Step 3. Hit Nominate. Then create or choose the event you want to earn points in. Now pick your division, select your class, hit checkout, and just like that, you're nominated. After you're done playing, submit your results and start climbing that leaderboard.
For the first event, athletes took a gamble and they left winning and taking their big checks straight to the bank. But during that event, I was able to be joined by pickleball expert Eric Tice, so it's only fitting to bring him in here on the show to discuss what's opportunistic for the future, but we can't talk about that without bringing up the past.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Really excited to be here. It was super fun being in Mesa at the Arizona Athletic Grounds. It might have even been a little bit too hot, but the sun was shining and we had so many players from all over the country playing in that first Pickle Money Ball. Players as far as Washington, Oregon, Texas, Illinois, Minnesota, Missouri, Wisconsin, Florida, and even Canada. And amateur players were flying all over the country to come play in this event, which is normal for pros, but really cool to see the amateurs coming from all over the place to play in the inaugural Pickle Money Ball.
Eric, with the success of the first event and amateur pickleball players taking that chance and flying in, what fire do you think that lit for the future for amateur pickleball players across the country?
I think it was kind of a showcase for Pickle Money Ball in terms of, hey, even if you're a 3-5 or a 4-0 and you've been working on your game, not only can you go win some local tournaments, but you may want to take a look at Pickle Money Ball and go play in those events because the stakes are high, whether you're a 2-9 duper or a 6-0 duper, you could still win a ton of money.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the top money earners from that initial weekend. They walked away with a lot more than I think they expected, and they definitely earned it. Of course, Susanna Barr coming in that #1 position, tied with Toddy at $6,750 for the weekend. Eric?
Yeah, so Susanna's a top-level pro from Idaho who plays on the APP Tour very regularly. Toddy actually is an amateur and won $67.50 in the 4.0 to 4.99 category in 50+. She's an instructor at the Oasis Pickleball Club in the Dallas area, so it's really cool to see pros and amateurs winning the same amount of money.
As we look onto the female list, of course, Susanna Barr is atop of that list with Toddy, but Amelia Schmidt, she was such a standout, the international player, really finding success there. The board looks really hot for those top 10 earners.
Yeah, exactly. Amelia's coming over from Australia, and she's part of the next program in APP, so really great job by her.
As we move on to the male players, $4,350 was the high money earner. And what I was really impressed with is this wasn't the top division. This wasn't the toughest, necessarily the highest duper rating. This was maybe lower on in those divisions.
Yeah, and Kevin won the most amount of money on the guy side, $4,350. He won men's doubles in 4.0 to 4.499 with Ryan Holloway, and then he got silver in singles in the 4.5 to 4.99 division. Great job by him.
Yeah, it looked really nice as we're watching one of his matches right there. But the leaders now for this next tournament, they're not skipping any nominations. They're making sure every dollar counts as we get closer and closer to the next event.
Yeah, so get your nominations in. We have the nominations leaderboard, and so I want to highlight three of those players. First, I'm going to highlight Garrett Johnson, who is a 25-year-old local from Gilbert, Arizona, who just played, and he nominated all three of the players that I'm highlighting now nominated before the Mesa event, and so they are racking up standings points very quickly in the nomination. So Garrett Johnson, again, I mentioned Kevin Kiner. He's the 35-year-old from Albuquerque. He won men's doubles with Ryan Holloway and got silver in singles. And then the last one I want to highlight is Maya Barron. She's a 22-year-old and has won a lot of local money balls in the Phoenix area. And she played mixed doubles at the 4.5 to 4.99 level with Carlo Kristanovich. And so she is at the top of the mixed doubles leaderboard there for nominations.
I love when players have the chance to be atop of the board in different divisions where it's mixed doubles, singles or doubles. Either way, they have the chance to be at the top. Thank you, Eric, for joining me. It's been such a pleasure to catch up a little bit. I look forward to seeing you next time.
Thanks for having me. Look forward to it.
Well, from legends to amateurs, the competition was so hot in Arizona. Let's get to know Susanna Barr keeping the court on fire.
I'm Susanna Barr. I'm from Boise, Idaho, and I'm here playing mostly in the 5-0 divisions. I've been playing for about 9 years, so I just started at the local YMCA with my 10-year-old son at the time, and I just kind of took off from there. Now it's my full-time job. I play professionally full-time, and I coach, and I'm also one of the founders of an 18-court indoor club in Boise. And it's the great people you meet, it's the puzzle of the game, there's always something new to learn, and also just enjoy the moments, right? You get to play pickleball. Like, you can't be too upset about that. So it's no secret that I'm the oldest pro out here. I'm 48 years old and playing out here in 105 degrees. Won singles yesterday and second in women's today, and I'm going to win mixed tomorrow. A lot of people think I should not be playing anymore. They think I should stop playing. Whatever. I mean, I'm still in it, right? And as long as I'm still enjoying it, it's just different, right? I'm not 18. Like, I'm feeling it a little bit, but you know what? How grateful can I be that I'm still out here and I'm healthy and I still get to do this? And you just gotta enjoy the moments. And honestly, it's about playing your best, right? Yeah, of course, we all want to win. We want that big check at the end of the day. But ultimately, if you went out and you feel like you gave it your best, that's the feel right there. Everyone's been awesome, great publicity, the live streams, everything about it. I definitely recommend it to anybody who gets this opportunity. Before pickleball, I did play tennis and volleyball, and then I was in the Army, and then I was a stay-at-home mom before finding pickleball, and look at me now.
Welcome back into Pickle Moneyball Courtside. I'm Haley Novak here to tell you about the next major event. $600,000 in prize money in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. That's our next major, but Carrollton. And we have so many more events happening soon, so make sure to download the app and get your nominations in for your chance to win a piece of the large prize. Kevin Kiner is one of our athletes from Mesa, Arizona, who was the high money earner for the weekend in his division. Thank you for joining me, Kevin. I must ask, where are you joining us from?
So I am in Raton, New Mexico at the New Mexico State Trap Center.
Okay, so you're an outdoorsman. You like to do different outdoors activities, of course, shooting, and obviously you're very good at pickleball. The very first tournament in Mesa was a huge success for you. What did you think about your experience there?
You know, going through it, you can't explain on the experience on, the courts. The weather was great. And then, the management of the whole tournament was excellent. There were no complaints, at least not from me.
I'm shocked that you said the weather was great because it was over 100 degrees outside and you guys were playing through it all day. That must be the true New Mexican coming out and you enjoying that heat.
Yes, it's better than being in a feet of snow.
That is absolutely true. So after the weekend there, how much money did you end up taking home?
I think just on the north side, like $4,300.
That's quite a bit of money to earn in one weekend. I know you couldn't do it alone. Let's talk about the partners that you played with. Tell me more about them.
So Ryan, he's actually from Albuquerque with me. He just finished Division I tennis at Oral Roberts, and we got him out on the pickleball court with us, and he was able to pick it up quick, just like we all did. And it was a great experience for him as well.
Kevin, you also come from a tennis background. How similar are the competition feelings like when you get to a pickle money ball tournament? It has to be a little bit more intense than just your average weekend.
It is. It's always when you get the pre-match jitters, the little bit of nervousness. But once you're able to complete your first match, it goes away and says, okay, I can actually get into my head and say I can play a match like this.
I could see how that would have to click in for you. When you think about the weekend in the past, what were your favorite things, maybe some highlights that stuck out to you, whether it was a match that you played or a game that you had success in?
Some of the highlights was just going through and being able to play with different people. In Albuquerque, there's a select group that we all play with, and it was nice to go out and play with a variety of other people. And it wasn't just about the competition. We met good people that were very friendly, and I even exchanged numbers with certain ones that if I ever go back, I'm going to call them up and say, let's go play.
When you play with different people and different partners, does that change how you attack the court?
It does. You have to be able to reserve yourself and try to figure out, like, okay, what is the best strategy to go forward in this match? All matches aren't just set in stone. You got to play one certain way. You got to be able to adapt. Everything's dynamic. And, if plan A doesn't work, you may have to go all the way to plan B to finally get something that can function with.
What I thought was so impressive about this tournament is there was competitors from all levels, whether there was a beginner or somebody who's had success at many major tournaments in their career. What was it like getting to play with some of those advanced players?
It showed the bits of the game that per se I lack. It always shows that, hey, there's always that bigger fish in the pond. It's always nice to say, yeah, I could play with those guys on TV. But when you're out there on the court with them and playing against them, you're like, okay, yeah, I should go back and start working on this if I really want to improve.
With that being said, who do you look up to as a pickleball player? Who are you trying to emulate?
So it's actually one of the guys in Albuquerque, Adam. He's been a good guy that's been able to help me. He's one of the top guys on the senior pro, and he's always able to help us, making sure that we're having fun on the court. If you ask for any type of pointers, it's been those things. But as for the pro side, coming from a big tennis background like I did was Jack Sock. Going from a world-renowned tennis player, and now he's one of the top pickleball players. That's just something to watch in my mind.
It seems like you guys have such a tight community in Albuquerque. What made you take this step out and go to Mesa for this first tournament that had never happened before? It could have been a risk, but it turned out to be a reward for you guys.
We were very happy of it. So we did I know some people. He actually plays on the Arizona State team. So he's out there in Arizona. He comes us to go play a little money ball tournament earlier on in the year. So we drove out there, we played it, and it was such a great experience that when I saw this opportunity, I said, you know what? I got to do it again. If you don't take the chance, you'll never know what it's like.
With that being said, are you going to come out to Dallas and Carrollton and enter that tournament here in a couple of weeks?
So I am looking at plane flights. I'm just hoping my work allows me to take off just so I can head out to it.
All right. Well, we hope to see you so soon. Congratulations on your success in Mesa. It was fantastic talking to you today and getting to know you a little bit better. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. We've got a lot coming up here on Pickle Moneyball Courtside. In fact, Evan Slaughter, the man courtside, will take us on a little adventure after this.
Hey everybody, my name is Evan Slaughter, also known to many as Fit to Serve, and today we're going to be talking pickle. I am here with my main man, Miles, the agitator. Burris is what they called him in the NFL, right? The agitator, because you would just agitate everybody with your skill style.
Yeah, mostly because of just a physical specimen.
The agitator, I like that. I just came up with that.
Yeah,
So.
no, that was my nickname. Actually, I like that.
That's because they call me that on the pickleball court. Evan the agitator pickler.
I thought they
Slaughter.
called you Topspin.
They do call me Top
They call me
Spin.
Top
I
Spin.
like that one better. Old Top Spin. We're gonna be talking some pickle. This is my new little segment, Talking Pickle. So
Talking pickle is also can be shortened and condensed to tickle. Talking pickle.
Talking tickle. God, stop. Hell, we're talking tickle. He's getting me. All right, don't do it again.
Okay, I won't. Is it a
Don't do. We're back, and hey, we're in Nashville, Tennessee. That's why we have the cowboy hats.
We are posers.
We're posers here in Nashville. You've played pickleball a few times. How do you enjoy it? What's your thoughts about pickleball?
Yeah, I really love pickleball. I'm not great at it, but it's still fun even if you're not good at pickleball because you can rally pretty much right away. You
Yeah.
don't need to perfect your tennis, swing and all the mechanics of it before you can actually play without it going out of bounds every time. It's a good time.
How does it compare to the NFL in terms of level of difficulty, would you say? It's much harder, I guess?
If the NFL was a 10, I'd say it's about a 2,
A 2, you gotcha.
2.5 if we needed it.
Nah.
When some of the top competitors are in their 80s, it's just
Yeah, well, that's what's crazy, the range of players. Have you played any tournaments pickleball yet? I don't know if you've...
I've never played any tournaments.
Would you probably play in a tournament, you think?
Yeah.
think
I
you
haven't
would?
decided if I'm gonna go pro this year or when. I just need to train for a couple weeks.
It's that
maybe,
easy.
and-
You just decide, you say, all right, I'm going pro. No, well, that's what's great about the Pickle Moneyball tournaments is that you have a chance to win your share of, I think the main tournament's $600,000, your share of
okay.
$600,000, but the one that we're about to do in Carrollton, Texas is $320,000. So you get your share of that. But man, they had people of all kinds of skill level go out there and play it. I think we even had a dude lose and still left with some money. So that was,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so we
wow.
can go out there and lose and still get some money. No.
When is it?
It is the Texas one's at the end of June 27th through
Okay.
29th, I believe. So,
So June 27th is my
Gotta
birthday.
train.
That would be actually a
Is it
perfect
really?
day for me to go
Dang,
become
we
a
gotta
professional
get you in
athlete
Carrollton,
again.
Texas.
Win a bunch of money, so that'd be sick.
to those that say pickleball's not a sport, how do you look at pickleball?
What the Olympics have
curling.
curling and
Yeah.
and ping pong and what do they even have darts now? Is billiards considered
Oh,
a
I'm
sport?
sure they've got, yeah.
If those are sports, pickleball is definitely a sport.
Playing a pro, the level of play is so much different, dude. I mean, I played against Dylan Frazier, one of the top pros, and I didn't score a point in singles. I'm probably the best player you've played against, so that's not it's not saying much, but it is saying a little bit of something.
Yeah.
All right, what's your
Kidding.
favorite thing about pickleball in general? Like, if you think about pickleball, why do you enjoy playing it?
It doesn't require an extensive warm up, and you still get athletic movement that's more side to side.
It's moving around. You're socializing with your friends. You come out here on a nice day. You're outside. You're getting out of the house, out of the apartment, whatever. You're outside. You're having fun, and I think that's a big part of it and why a lot of people want to play it. So,
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, Miles, thanks for coming on the show today and talking pickle with me. And tune in next time and see who we're gonna be talking pickle with next. Talking pickle. Hey, turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Well, we can always count on Evan to give us a good laugh. He is such a funny guy there. So thank you for that, Evan. But on a more serious note, Mesa, Arizona's tournament for Pickle Moneyball brought in the international players. In fact, Australian native Amelia Schmidt had such a big success no matter what division she was in, or if it was mixed doubles, singles, or even doubles. You really won so much money there. Where are you joining us from today, Amelia?
I'm actually in Houston, Texas. So yeah, back in Texas, happy to be here.
It was so fun to watch you play because you're such a serious and intense player, but we took you out of your element a little bit and put you in the celebrity match with the legendary T.O. And there we saw you let loose, have a little bit of fun. What was that like for you? What was that experience?
Honestly, it was truly incredible. It was such an opportunity for me to be able to play with such a legend like him. So yeah, I had so much fun. He's such a funny guy, but it was also competitive. So it was a really, really fun event.
How much did you feed off of his energy?
A lot. I feel like he really motivated me in the right moments, but also kept it like light and funny. So I think sometimes I'm a little bit too serious when I play. So it's kind of fun to balance that out and play with someone who it truly is just playing it for the love of the game.
You were also playing against another NFL celebrity. What was it like having that guy on the other side of the net?
I mean, really like intimidating. I think that I don't know too much about football, but I tried to do some research beforehand. So all of a sudden I had all this pressure and you had to make sure that you were playing really well. And obviously you're supposed to be the professional who's playing out there. So I definitely didn't want to make any mistakes. But yeah, I think the event was really, really good.
And during that tournament, Tio was kind of getting a little out there. He wanted to maybe escape the pickleball box a little bit. What was it like having to keep that guy in line?
I mean, I was kind of bossing him around. I feel like he had some putaways at the beginning of the match, and he didn't do a good job with them. He wasn't putting them away. I didn't know if he was like just trying to have fun, but I told him to lock in a little bit, be more serious. So yeah, I was just finding that balance of like coaching him out, helping him, but also focusing on myself to not miss and be intimidated by the crowd. And I was also on Pickleball TV as well, so a lot of pressure in that moment. But I think having those guys around me really helped lighten the mood, and yeah, it was an amazing opportunity.
So to turn the tables here, what is it like for you to compete in the mixed doubles and the doubles? Are you that aggressive with your partners there? Are you that coaching and that communicative with them, or is it a little bit different?
I think that obviously you don't want to coach your own partner as much, I would say. I think sometimes people maybe take offense to that, but I think having that perfect dynamic with them and helping them out when they need it, but definitely not putting too much pressure on them or making them feel judgment. I think you really just have to find the balance. So, yeah, definitely not as much. I think just like positivity, energy, and communication is really important.
You had a lot of energy over that weekend. In fact, winning $6,300 throughout the course of Mesa, Arizona. What was it like to earn that much money in just one weekend?
It was absolutely amazing. My bank account was very happy after that. But yeah, I mean, regardless of the money, it was an incredible event. It was really, really hot. And I think that all the organizers did an amazing job at making sure that everybody had water and we were, hydrated, and also even giving out snacks, I think is really important. We had an amazing pro lounge as well that you could rest in. So the entire weekend was truly incredible. And the prize money is obviously a huge highlight too. What they were giving out was insane. I mean, the amateurs were walking away with
All right, I have to know, Amelia, what did you spend that money on? Do you have it saved, or did you buy a boat?
I actually did buy a car. So yeah, I feel like I've been doing really well the past 6 months or so, racking up the checks and whatnot. So I treated myself to a nice new car.
Well, with that being said, you're originally from Australia, now currently living in Florida. What's it like to just turn your whole life upside down just for the love of the game?
I mean, it was definitely a risk. I think I was one of the first people to literally just up and go and move to America specifically for pickleball. I think a lot of other players already had some sort of connection through like college tennis, or maybe they're already working in America. But I was one of the first people that actually, applied for a visa specifically for pickleball. So that process was definitely difficult, working with a lawyer over 8 months, hoping to get accepted. But it was truly worth it. I'm so happy with my decision. But yeah, it's definitely tough being away from my friends and family and moving at such a young age as well. I was only 19 when I decided to move. But it was all for my career, all to set me up, and everything's been amazing. Like the opportunities I've been able to get, including the Pickle Money Ball, has been truly a blessing. I'm so happy I made the decision.
Okay, really fast before we let you go, will we be seeing you in Carrollton?
Absolutely. I will be back for whatever tournaments I can be playing at Pickle Money Ball.
I love it. Well, we'll see you there. Thank you, Amelia, for joining me here today. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
All right, Amelia Schmidt, she was such an outstanding gal there in Mesa, Arizona. We have a little bit of a throwback, though. PK, he was a guy that kept it really fresh. Look at this crazy shot between the legs, over the net, and for the point. We've got a lot of exciting things coming up here on Pickle Moneyball. Stay with us. Well, age has no limit in the sport of pickleball. With age comes wisdom, and in this case, athleticism. Let's get to know one of our most famous athletes from Mesa, Arizona.
I'm Flash Weisner. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I have 4 national titles, and I'm here at the Pickle Moneyball Championship and having a great time. I won $2,400 yesterday, and we're still in the running for money today. Usually I'm paying out, but I'm finally getting paid for this event. The whole staff here is great to work with. They keep the whole tournament going very quickly. They're very professional and they take care of the players. There's a lot of press and a lot of things that are done for pro level players, but we get to have that experience too as amateurs. It's a great experience. When I first started playing pickleball, our area ambassador, he started calling me Flash. I'm probably the fastest 69-year-old you'll run into. Anyway, when I signed up for pickleball tournaments, it asked if I had a nickname. I wrote down Flash, and I didn't know that all over the country they would call your nickname out to come out to the court. So most people all over the country don't know my name is Steve, but they know me as Flash.
Well, I hope we all have the spirit of Flash. He is such a kind guy and definitely an aggressive player on the court. And $2,400 he took home, so congratulations to him. It's been so fun to get to know the players as this association has gone on. But for 2026, we've added some new events here. In fact, we have 4 events for the rest of 2026, and of course Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that is the big money payout with over $600,000, and our upcoming one will be in Carrollton, Texas, June 27th through the 29th, with over $300,000 in payout. So there's so much opportunity. No matter what level pickleball player you are, you have a chance here at Pickle Moneyball. Make sure you download the app and get your nominations in. It has been a fantastic show here. We'll see you next time here on Pickle Moneyball Courtside. I'm Haley Novak. Thank you for watching.